Every week we get a new poll, an opinion poll about Donald Trump that's worse than the week before. This guy is just tanking across the board with each and every passing week. But this week we got a new YouGov poll that was so shocking, so amazing, and of course so hilarious that I had to take time to talk about it. Because according to this new YouGov poll, there is not a single age group in the United States that supports Donald Trump. He is underwater with his approval rating in every single age group. And that's just half the story. The other half is that among every single ethnicity, including white folk, Donald Trump has an underwater approval rating. For the first time ever, the President of the United States is underwater with every single possible demographic. Let me read you these results because honestly, this is just hilarious to me. First and foremost, overall approval rating. When he came into office, he was positive 3 points. So he had a 3% basically approval rating or differential, but now he's underwater by 17 points. So that is a 20-point swing overall since he came into office. Now let's break it down by demographic. Trump enjoyed a 13 net positive approval rating among white Americans when he took office. He now has an approval rating of -2 with white Americans. Among Hispanic voters, the president was underwater by 12 points to start the term. He's now underwater by 30 points. Trump's worst approval rating to start his second term was with black Americans at -31%. His disapproval with black Americans has further cratered to a staggering -71 net approval rating. -71 with black Americans. Trump's approval rating is also taking a nosedive across every age group. Young adults between the ages of 18 and 29 gave the president a +5 net approval rating to start the term, but his support with that group has eroded to a -33 net approval rating. Among 30 to 44-year-olds, Trump's approval rating has gone from -6 in the start of his second term to -26 today. The only age group where Trump had a positive approval rating, 45 to 64-year-olds, at the start of his term, he's now underwater with them. He went from a positive 12-point approval rating to a -4 net approval rating today. And among Americans 65 and older, he went from a -4 to a -13. So not only is he underwater with every ethnicity, every age group, but he's lost support. Okay, it's not like he was -13 then and -13 now, or -13 then and even -10 now. Across the board, with every demographic, this guy has pushed people away in 8 months. 8 months. Becoming the least popular person to ever serve as the president of the United States in the history of presidential approval polling. It's official. He is the least popular president we have ever had in this country. Then that begs the question, why doesn't it feel like that? Why does it feel like the people who love this guy are everywhere? I do have an answer for that. And it's because in the past, going back to probably the mid-Obama years, we didn't have to hear from everybody who had an opinion on politics. You love the president, you hate the president, didn't matter. You didn't have a voice. At least not one that everybody in the world could hear. Today you do. And of course, the people who love Donald Trump tend to be far more active online. So if you go out there and post something about Donald Trump being the least popular president in history, you're going to get a lot of Trump supporters overwhelming you saying, I love that man. You're wrong. This guy's the greatest thing we ever had. I'd die for that guy. But you have to understand, these people are only loud online. Out here in the real world, in reality, they're few and far between. The internet is not real life. So anytime you feel like you're inundated with hate from these Trump supporters, please understand, not only are they a minority in this country, but they're a minority that appears to be going extinct.